We all get trolled. At all ages, stages, all women in the public space get trolled. But you're young. And one forgets that about actors, that they may be all these superstars, but they're young. You're a young woman. And these things can leave a scar. Have you been scarred by the trolling, the nepotism, sort of barbs? How do you deal or wrestle with the whole nepotism question?
I think all of us, no matter how privileged or unprivileged or whatever sphere of life or work you're in, you deal with some kind of trauma. So I don't know how alienating it might seem for me to sit here and talk about like I'm traumatized in my designer sari and like taking like a first class flight to shoot in a dharma film. Like it's not relatable.
But
I
by
get
the way,
that.
that's very sort of ironic and, obviously you do turn the lens back on yourself.
It's important to do that and recognize that, but it is just as important to recognize that trauma doesn't always mean the struggle to put food on your table. That might be the most relatable struggle, but it is not the only struggle. And I think that's also something I needed to realize, that I don't need to be apologetic about things because I was invalidating every time I felt belittled or every time I felt hurt. So your question was how I deal with it?
Or when it's really hurtful, does it scar you? And how do you deal with the whole, I was asking you how you deal with the whole nepotism tag. I personally find it quite a strange debate because obviously the door may get opened more easily for someone who's from the industry, but after that you're on your own.
I think my only argument to that is I don't want anyone to love me because of my privilege, but I don't think it's okay to hate someone because of that privilege either.
I agree.
And I think that we all recognize the advantage that one has to come from a background like this. But like I said, it's an unrelatable journey to know what it's like to have that advantage and still navigate your way. And I'm not taking it away from, the millions of people that stand in lines, audition and don't get a chance. Like that must be way worse.
Yeah.
But, it's not a cakewalk for sure. And the way that I deal with it is I just work. Like I think my art means too much to me for me to be like, no, I know I'm good. Trollers are gonna troll, like whatever. I need to work. So if there's even an iota of truth in what they're saying, I need to work at it because my cinema, art, all of this means too much for me to, that's how I channel it. That's how I grow from it.